Day 26 Word of God 1 Samuel chapter 1 verse 17. Eli answered and said, Go in peace, and the God of Israel grant thee thy petition that thou hast asked of him. 1 Samuel chapter 1 verse 17 takes place during a pivotal moment in the life of Hannah, a woman who had long suffered the pain of barrenness. Hannah deeply desired a child, and in her distress, she went to the temple and poured out her heart to God in prayer, vowing that if God granted her a son, she would dedicate him to the Lord's service. As she prayed, Eli, the high priest, initially misunderstood her distress but eventually realized her sincerity and blessed her, saying, Go in peace, and the God of Israel grant thee thy petition that thou hast asked of him. This blessing from Eli gave Hannah hope and encouragement, setting the stage for God to answer her prayer by giving her a son, Samuel, who would go on to be a prophet and leader in Israel. This verse captures two essential themes: blessing and faith. In Go in peace, Eli's words offer Hannah peace and assurance, as if to say that her prayer has been heard. Peace here reflects a state of trust and surrender, knowing that God is in control. In The God of Israel grant thee thy petition, Eli's blessing is a prayerful acknowledgement that God has the power to answer Hannah's plea. Eli is asking for God's favor on her behalf, showing that our petitions are under God's authority and timing. Together, these words provide comfort and hope. They remind us that even in moments of deep anguish and seemingly unanswered prayers, God listens. This verse highlights the importance of praying with sincerity, faith, and openness to God's will, trusting that He hears and responds in His perfect time. In Genesis chapter 25 verse 21, Isaac prayed to the Lord for his wife, because she was barren. And the Lord granted his prayer, and Rebekah his wife conceived. Like Hannah, Rebekah's barrenness was resolved through sincere prayer, showing God's responsiveness to heartfelt petitions. In Psalm chapter 34 verse 4, I sought the Lord, and He answered me and delivered me from all my fears. This psalm captures the theme of praying with earnestness and experiencing God's peace and deliverance, much like Eli's blessing to Hannah. In Isaiah chapter 26 verse 3, You will keep him in perfect peace, whose mind is stayed on you, because he trusts in you. This verse reflects the peace that comes from trust in God, paralleling Eli's words to Hannah to go in peace. In Philippians chapter 4 verse 6-7, Be anxious for nothing, but in everything by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving, let your requests be made known to God. And the peace of God will guard your hearts and minds. Paul's words echo the peace and assurance Eli spoke to Hannah, encouraging believers to bring their requests to God with faith. In Matthew chapter 7 verse 7 Jesus says, Ask, and it will be given to you, seek, and you will find, knock, and it will be opened to you. This teaching on prayer emphasizes God's willingness to hear and respond to the sincere prayers of His people. In 1 John chapter 5 verse 14, And this is the confidence that we have in Him, that if we ask anything according to His will, He hears us. This verse reassures believers of God's attentiveness to our prayers, aligning with Eli's blessing to Hannah. 1 Samuel chapter 1 verse 17 is a powerful reminder of the importance of bringing our deepest desires and needs before God with a sincere heart. Like Hannah, we are invited to lay our burdens and petitions before God, trusting that He hears us even in moments of sorrow and waiting. Eli's blessing encourages the church to be a community that supports one another in prayer, offering words of peace and assurance. This verse also challenges believers to trust in God's timing, knowing that He answers according to His wisdom and love. As we bring our requests to God, we can rest in His peace, confident that He is at work in our lives. God bless you and give you grace after grace.